Hello everyone, this is Dr. Andal Reddy, consultant obstetrician and gynecologist. Today I would like to take this opportunity to let you know briefly about the common gynecological cancers we see in women today. As we all see, the incidence of cancer is increasing at a very rapid pace because of various factors like our lifestyles, changing lifestyles, food habits, the hereditary factors, certain viruses, our habits, pollution, insecticides, pesticides, etc. At the same time, we have improved so much technologically, medically to detect the changes that might lead to cancer. Are we availing these available techniques to prevent them? No, not at all. As women, we are multitasking, doing from everything to anything, but the most neglected is the health. We either do not have the knowledge of these techniques, or even if we have, we want to procrastinate them. So, now coming to the cancers, the common gynecological cancers that we see are, of course, that of the breast, that of the womb, the uterus, mouth of the womb, the cervix, ovaries and tubes. Of course, any part in the body can be affected, but these are the common gynecological cancers. The most common gynecological cancer that we see is at the mouth of the womb, that is the cervical cancer. This is seen in about 1 in 53 of the women with a lot of mortality, morbidity, and once it progresses to advanced stages, there is the amount of surgery they undergo, the amount of treatments they undergo will result in sometimes death and even morbidity and decreasing the quality of the life. The most important part is that this is a cancer cancer of the organ that is easily accessible for us to inspect, detect, treat at the very earliest stages even before it progresses to cancer. So what are the methods that are available for us to detect this cancer? The most important is the Pap smear test. Now, what is Pap smear test? Pap smear test is the collection of the amount of discharge from the cervix vagina, spreading it on the slide and looking for the changes in the cells that might lead to cancer at a later stage. This test helps us to detect changes in the cells 8 to 10 years before it actually progresses to cancer. Most common cause of cervical cancer is human papilloma virus. This virus can also be detected through a simple test which I have explained as above. These two tests together are the screening test or the preventive test that can be taken up very easily. These are very simple tests, and depending upon the changes that have been detected in the first test, you are advised for follow-up either at 3 to 5 years, both either single test together or both tests combined together. Apart from this, there are other preventive techniques. Now we have a very effective vaccine, cervical cancer vaccine, which is available as Gardasil or Cervarix. These are given at intervals of 0, 1 or 2 months and then 6 months. These are quite effective when taken before the resumption of the sexual activity, usually given to young girls between 9 to 12 years of age. Even for married women, it has some benefit and it is advised that they take this vaccine. This is an effective vaccine against the most common causative agent, which is the human papilloma virus. Apart from this, now how does it present cervical cancer? There are variety of ways in which it presents. It can present as abnormal bleeding from the vagina, from the genital tract, abnormal vaginal discharge, and it can also present as a mass, and in advanced stages, of course, it affects the nearby organs, distant organs, and then depending upon the organ affected, there can be symptoms related to that. But before it progresses to this, we can always detect it much before through the test that I have told about. What are the causes of cervical cancer? It can be because of the multiple sexual partners or because of not using barrier methods of contraception, smoking, heredity, etc. So one thing is to prevent, we have to modify our lifestyles, take up a healthy lifestyle, and then cancer can always be put at bay with above mentioned preventive methods. Apart from cervical cancer, the other genital tract cancers include that of the uterus, the womb, ovaries, tubes, and the most common after cervical cancer being that of the breast. Now, for the cancers of the ovary and the uterus, we do not have much of screening techniques, but depending upon your family history, any of your complaints, you will be advised a particular test for those symptoms, and you can take up some risk reducing strategies. Now, for breast cancer, of course, the family history will be evaluated. You will be asked for some symptom, and there are methods like self-breast examination and mammogram. Depending upon the changes in the previous mammogram, your age, your family history, you will be told about the frequency of these mammograms. So, all the ladies out there, please take care of your health. And I advise you strongly, and I urge you strongly to take up these health checks like pap smear, mammograms, and prevent cancer altogether.